It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, and welcome. This is Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A number of storylines emerging as the season gets into full swing. Our featured matchup tonight out in Toronto, where the Raptors will be going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. Looking at the last game for New Orleans, it was a loss to the Suns in Phoenix. They suffered an upset loss, perhaps a loss of focus, but you can be certain that won't be the case tonight. Here in the early part of the season, Kenny, we've already seen a few teams outperform expectations. What can they do to keep rolling?
Just keep playing to your strengths, and you never let up. You can't change what you're doing now. It's working.
It's that simple.
It's that simple.
And to add on to what my good friend Kenny is saying,
Am I not your friend?
But you didn't say anything.
Yes,
Kenny
I did.
Said something. All right. Anyway, can't get overconfident like you're doing right now. Even though you're winning, you keep looking for things that you can do better.
Man.
And you are my good friend, Ernie. I love you.
Thanks, Shaq. Now, let's send it over to Kevin Harlan.
The skyline of downtown Toronto really looking wonderful tonight. It's a beautiful evening here on the shores of Lake Ontario. We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the New Orleans Pelicans come in for this one. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. For the Raptors, happy to be here in Toronto right now in the midst of a nice homestand. You love to get the ball rolling early in the season. That's what they've done.
And I think for Toronto, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
And early in the season, many coaches, Clark, still experimenting with rotations. Who plays when and where, and how long has it been in your experience to have that established on a team?
Well, it varies from team to team. There are a number of factors. One, the coach, has he been there a while? Does he have an established style of play and system? Two, what's your roster like? How healthy are you? What's the mix and makeup of your team? So it could vary, but typically you'd like to have it not prolong itself into the regular season. You hope that a few weeks of training camp, and then by the time you get a month of the season under your belt, that you're pretty anchored into who you are and how you're going to try to play.
Good outline. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for New Orleans right now, Holiday and Moore filling out the perimeter. Mirotic is the 4 with Davis in the middle, and it's Payton in at the point. Here is Lowry, following the basket by Anthony Davis. Lowry kicks to Siakam. Top of the key, Ibaka. Just 5 on the clock. Lays it in off a pretty alley-oop.
Kevin, you know, it's nice to see Lowry dish the rock. I mean, I enjoy watching him pass the ball because he's got a nice feel for when to get it to his guys for an open shot.
And so it's New Orleans with it, after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Here's Payton. Second chance shot. They get the rebound. Davis. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor.
Yeah, and he's connecting on a lot of his shots here, shooting a high percentage from the field, really giving his team a boost.
Now, here's Lowry, and he just worked New York in that last game. Leonard on the wing. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the 2-game season series from last year.
And, you know, they might not be in the same conference, Greg, but as with any top team, they want to show they can compete with the best teams out of conference, too.
It's stolen by Davis. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Serge Ibaka pulls it in.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Lowry against Payton. Here's Green. And again, no good by Toronto. For the New Orleans Pelicans, their last game a loss to the Suns. Lowry against Holiday. Outside Mirotic. And again, no good by New Orleans. Toronto trailing. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to talk to Alvin Gentry a few minutes ago. He knows they have to dig in on defense. They're facing a really talented offense. He said if those guys get going, we're going to be on the wrong end of some long runs. We have to be disciplined, work together, and make those second, third, and fourth efforts on plays. Whatever it takes to get a stop. We'll see if they can get a win in this first matchup between the teams this year. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks as always, David. Well, they know what their toughest job is going to be today.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always hard to go up against a team that can light it up like this. You can't let them hit the ground running.
Exactly. I mean, they've got to be the ones dictating the tempo and the pace. Keep the high-octane offense on the other side in check.
Here's Payton. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. Moore against Leonard. Now here's Payton, guarded closer. It doesn't go for him. So the Raptors will take it the other way. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And, you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
Leonard, the pass to Siakam. Pelicans pull it in. Mirotic has got his 4th rebound in this one. And so Holiday will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. And Danny Green, a terrific shooter who also, Greg, happens to give you great production on defense.
Yeah, and I have to say, Green's probably alone in history with his shooting and defense. Only player to ever have 6 or more seasons with at least 50 blocks and 73s. You know, it might be arbitrary checkpoints, but nevertheless, it illustrates just what Green brings to the table. A consistent 3 and D player.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
Two shots.
He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. Pelicans trail by 3. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Yeah, a lot of blanks there. Can't hit a thing. Has to be deflating.
A moment now to see the numbers for Payton. Putting up about 10 points a night, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
Now here's Payton. 11 points for him in that last game against Phoenix. Lowry from outside. Here's Siakam. Leonard finds Ibaka. 6 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. He's off on that one. Davis with some nice D. Pelicans trail by 3. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That is his first foul of the game. Bounce pass, Holiday. Pass to Payton. A floater, and it's good on the layup. Payton's got his first basket of the night.
Hey, when it comes to taking the ball to the basket, Payton is lethal. His speed combined with his length make him incredibly difficult to stop.
Now here is Lowry. No points in the game yet for him. A 3 from Leonard. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Now here's Lowry after the miss from Elfrid Payton. No good that time. Leonard against Moore. Five to shoot. Let's go. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Outside Lowry. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Moore in the corner. That's tipped. Leonard dishes to Ibaka. Back to Leonard. Green taking his time here. With the floater. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Shoots from 14. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And with everything that Anthony Davis does on offense, it's just mind-boggling. His scoring inside and out, the percentages, he does it all. He is undoubtedly one of the best big men in the league, and many would argue he is the best in the NBA.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Ibaka. Monroe comes in for Pascal Siakam. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Green. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry. New Orleans also making some changes. Randall's checked in for Mirotic. Darius Miller comes in for E'Twaun Moore. And Ian Clark subbed in for Payton. Just 5 on the clock. They grabbed their own miss. Trying to get open is Monroe. No good from Valanciunas. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. All sorts of time. It's rebounded by Leonard. And with Anthony Davis, the stat lines, Greg, he can post on any given night are just absurd.
Really, Davis still strong defensively, but he really impacts every facet of the game. One of the rare players who can carry a team on both ends of the floor. There just aren't many great players that can lead a team to a championship, but I think Davis is of that mold.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Certain guys just make it look effortless. And Clark, I'm sure you would have a nice list of some of the smoother operators, smoothest scorers in the league now.
Yeah, there's only one guy at the top of it for me. I mean, I love a lot of guys, and there are a number of guys that put up big numbers. But when you talk about uniqueness, size, agility, touch, range. KD is where it stops. Yeah, I mean, there's just been nobody quite like him. George Gervin comes to mind because of a similar build, but the Iceman was 6'7", maybe 6'8". KD is pushing 7 feet tall and just a tad more athletic. I mean, I just don't know if we've got a more lethal, smoother scorer than him.
Here's Van Vliet following the basket by Julius Randle. 16 feet away and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Man, I love how skilled Monroe is off the pass. He's always prepared to sky up for the J once he gets the ball. Shot preparation first, catch and shoot second.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. 7 points for Jrue Holiday.
Man, this thing is just going back and forth tonight.
Yeah, it's been a seesaw battle. Right now, I mean, as soon as one team grabs the lead, the other grabs it right back.
Van Vliet kicks to Leonard. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Now here's Randle. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Phoenix.
And also 3 steals, so he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side.
New Orleans shooting their first free throws of this game.
And they've been mediocre all season long, just about 72% from the line.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
Diallo, he's checked in for Davis. Both free throws good for Miller.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Van Vliet looking around. Kicks to Monroe. Now the pass to Valanciunas. Right against Holiday. Toronto needs to get off a shot. Leonard again. Toronto.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Here's Clark. Outside Holiday. "13 feet away, and the shot goes in. Holiday's got 9.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
Here's Van Vliet. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
Now here is Holiday. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Phoenix.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Here's Van Vliet after Jrue Holiday's score. Van Vliet passes to Leonard. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. And where the shot's been coming from tonight, here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Pelicans.
And a shot they haven't been looking for very much is that corner three. And when they have, the D's been quick to kind of close out and deny it, and they've had to get their points from elsewhere.
Here's Diallo. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet, and it's good, 2 points. And now a 4-point New Orleans lead.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
Here's Van Vliet. Here's Leonard. Back to Van Vliet. Over Randle. And there are the Raptors with another bucket. And so Holiday will bring it up for New Orleans. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
No other way to put it. The defense was awful, completely uninspired at that end of the floor.
And you know, Greg, defense is a mindset, and they did not have that mentality that game. And the turnovers were a problem as well.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
New Orleans shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And the first one at the line is good.
After playing just one season of college basketball, Randall entering the NBA with much fanfare, trying to live up to that lofty billing now.
And so he hits both. Jrue Holiday has been on display for the New Orleans Pelicans. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all, and he looks to be planning for more. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's listen to Pascal Siakam talking about the work ethic of his teammates.
You come in every day, guys in the gym every single day. So I used to think that I was always the hardest worker, but, you know, just coming to see guys, the amount of work that they put in, trying to get better each and every day.
And, Greg, when everyone is working hard, it builds a chemistry.
And a culture. Kevin, winning teams all have it. It's not enough to be here. You want to win.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Pelicans' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
Aggressive rebounding in that first quarter. That's what's given them the advantage.
Boy, the ferocity on the glass, really impressive, and they're not backing up at all, not giving an inch on the boards.
We've got Anunoby. Monroe is out there with Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Wright in at the 2. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. Here's Van Vliet, and Toronto turns it over again. Some great shooters here. Let's check out the league leaders. Jonas Valanciunas is second.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
New Orleans leading by 6. Stolen, and here's the fast break. Here's Van Vliet. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Miller outside. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Back to Holiday. 5 on the clock. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Anunoby, good. Anunoby's got his first bucket in this one.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Clark. Shoots a 3. And the Pelicans miss again. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Hey, if you're going to foul Monroe, you really got to foul him if you want to prevent him from scoring. If you don't, he'll make you pay for it.
Clark, you had a tremendous college career, excluding yourself. Give me the best NBA player from your alma mater.
Wow. I would probably lean towards Jerry Lucas as the best player coming out of Ohio State. And then you look at his pro career, it was pretty solid as well. I thought Herb Williams had a fantastic and long pro career. John Havlicek, maybe would rise to the level of the best NBA player of the group that came out of Ohio State. Jim Jackson is another name. Evan Turner still playing. But I think John Havlicek probably in longevity, championships, Hall of Fame stature, I think he may be the best NBA Buckeye.
I'm going to put Clark Kellogg in there too.
Oh, I didn't play long enough. Didn't play long enough.
Here's Valanciunas following the score by New Orleans. Pass to Monroe. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul. A new group in now for the Raptors. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Pascal Siakam comes in for Greg Monroe. Green, he's checked in for DeLon Wright, and it's Kyle Lowry in for Fred VanVleet. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Moore's checked in. Lowry inside the line. The good-looking shot from the wing. And the Raptors lead by 1. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Now here's Payton. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game. Here's Randle, and the rejection by Ibaka.
The size, the timing of Ibaka, tailor-made for protecting the rim.
Green, the pass to Siakam. It's stolen by Randle, and they're on the break. Payton finds Moore. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for Julius Randle. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. And his rebounding is what's most impressive. He's shown tremendous determination on the backboard.
And it's a big asset for this team. I mean, he blocks out on the defensive glass, and then he keeps balls alive at the offensive end.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Lowry against Payton. Lowry dishes to Ibaka. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Green, and it falls over the rim and in. Green's got the game tied up here for Toronto. And so Payton will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Randle right side. Puts it up from 12. He kicks it to Miller. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Here's Okafor. Tries again. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Such a high motor, always revved up. One of the things that makes Randle a terrific rebounder.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
You know, Julius Randle is a young power forward, a little undersized for that position, but fairly dependable. Good movement when he gets to the basket, and he knows how to finish inside. Surprised his rookie option wasn't picked up, but he made the best of it in free agency. Kevin, I like the defense there. I mean, they didn't make that easy, and he definitely seemed intimidated by the defenders.
And Moore kicks to Payton. Okafor, high post. Good work defensively by Ibaka.
The defense did not do a good job guarding that one, Kevin. Don't know how he missed that layup.
That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut to just 1 in the basket from Siakam.
And, you know, Kevin, they count on him to provide offense, and he knows how to fill it up.
And so here is New Orleans after the Raptors pick up 2. Okafor kicks to Moore. Over Ibaka, and it's blocked by Ibaka. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. Here's Miller. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3. Raptors trail by 3. Lowry feeling it out a bit. Passes it to Siakam. 6 to shoot. Lets it fly from 18. Shots good by Ibaka. Ibaka's got his first points of the night.
He's just able to shoot over people at a high rate.
And you were a good defender, Greg, so you tell me, how do you guard that? I mean, the height, the soft release, not a lot you can do against that combination.
Here's Green, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Here's a look at what's coming up for Toronto. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And Anthony Davis is checked in for New Orleans. And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. The Pelicans have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Payton kicks to Miller. Davis up top. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And that one misses. And we've all heard the rumors that have been floating around the last few seasons. A lot of speculation if Davis could get traded or Greg leave in free agency.
I mean, Davis moving would be one of the rare situations where it literally could shake up the entire league. You hear a lot of different teams express their interest in him, but credit to Davis. He really has remained committed to New Orleans and has said everything you'd want to hear from a fan's perspective.
And so Lowry will bring it up for Toronto. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team.
And I like how scrappy and aggressive Lowry is on the court. And it's easy to see how much his teammates enjoy playing alongside him.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Two shots.
And the first one drops. And he makes both free throws. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Green in the post. Moore's there. Shots good by Ibaka.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Well, the hustle and the effort, the persistence, all of that paying off in a big way. And that's something that makes a coach smile.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Anunoby. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game. Moore passes to Mirotic and finished off by Mirotic.
And guys, right now the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And there it is for him. Leonard's got the lead up to 4 now for the Raptors.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Miller kicks to Davis. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And here's Lowry following the three-pointer by Anthony Davis. Here's Ibaka, and the layup's good off the glass. Ibaka's got 6.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Payton finds Mirotic. Here's Miller. Back to Mirotic. Pass to Miller. And it's Miller with the jam.
Extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's stopping that.
Not when he comes in there with that tomahawk. That's just too much force.
Tell you what, fellas, you cannot throw it down any harder than that. That was a rim rattler.
He was all alone on that one. 6 points for Kyle Lowry.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
Now here is Miller. 8 points for him. He feeds it to Davis. Some solid defense from Ibaka. Raptors leading by 3. Lowry dishes to Green. Leonard the pass to Lowry. Back to Leonard. They kick it out to Green over Moore. And there's Green on the assist by Leonard. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game. Pelicans trail by 5. Payton outside. There's the pass to Davis. And it's Mirotic at the elbow.
And last season, a bit of a breakout win for Mirotic. Saw a huge jump in his production and shot a career best from the floor. Across the board, he was a completely changed player despite what was a turbulent season.
And he makes the first. A new group in now for the Raptors. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Ibaka. Monroe comes in for Pascal Siakam. White, he's checked in for Danny Green. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry. New Orleans also making some changes. Diallo, he's checked in for Miller. Holiday comes in for Ejuan Moore. And Ian Clark subbed in for Payton. Leonard finds Valanciunas. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Mirotic has got 6 rebounds in the game. And with Mirotic, Greg, as you alluded, his year last year, he had a lot of ups and downs.
You know, he missed a good stretch of the season with that broken jaw from the fight he had with a teammate. And then the trade demands to get out of Chicago shortly after coming back. And despite all this, his defense and rebounding were dramatically improved and really a key contributor on offense.
The first one falls.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them. Here's Van Vliet. 6 points for him. Leonard on the wing. Shoots over Mirotic, and the Raptors miss again. The Pelicans trail. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Well, Greg, Anthony Davis with so much talent, it's easy to take Jrue Holiday for granted.
I mean, I think Holiday is the catalyst in terms of this team's ability to create and really put pressure on an offense. It has improved his scoring and become a very efficient option at that guard spot. Has always been selective with his shots, but now is pressing a bit more to get involved, and more aggression from him, I think, has helped his production.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
He's only listed at 6'4", but Holiday plays bigger than that. That's the case on D more than anywhere else. He can guard 3 positions, and there's a lot of value in that.
Now here's Leonard. A 35-point game for him in the win against New York.
And he didn't take any plays off at the defensive end. I mean, he wound up with 4 steals on the night.
And so Holiday will bring it up for New Orleans. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota, where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Mirotic with it. Now Wright defending. Clark for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Clark's got his first 3 points of the game. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Now here's Leonard. 16 points for him.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, as a former outstanding rebounder myself, I can certainly appreciate what this guy is doing. An extraordinary combination of talent and desire is what allows him to do what he's done today. Great performance.
And 2 for 1, that's what they'd like to get right now.
That would be ideal, and that's exactly what they'll try to do. They don't need to rush it, just need to get a quality shot, and quickly.
Here's Van Vliet. He's got 6. Kicks it to Valanciunas. Out to the wing. Monroe dishes to Wright. 4 on the clock. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Wright's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Clark. Pass to Davis. Over Valanciunas. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Pelicans on top, up 2. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Kawhi, a big first half for you all offensively, but big first half for them, too. Any concern there?
They're still scoring pretty good, so we got to play better defense second half because we don't know if we're going to keep making the shots that we're making right now.
We'll see who can get some stops, Kawhi. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. The second quarter saw them lose just a fraction of the lead they held at the end of the first, as they're now ahead by 2 points at the half. Kenny, your thoughts, how the Pelicans are playing?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
Ernie, you see this Band-Aid I got on my wrist? You know why? Because they're fouling too much. It's tough to get going in transition when the other team's shooting free throws And also, I think they've been caught out of position and have been reacting way too much defensively.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Toronto trailing. On the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. Moore and Mirotic are the forward pair. Payton and Holiday are together in the backcourt. And it's Davis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Leonard kicks to Siakam. Just 5 on the clock. Drops in the tray. And it's 9 points for Kyle Lowry.
And that's Lowry's shot right there. Always looking to capitalize from that range.
Moore outside. Passes to Mirotic. Low block shot. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Toronto. And this is his second trip to the line in the game. First one falls for him. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And Toronto has possession. Outside Lowry. In the air. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Davis.
This has been the kind of showing from him that everyone wanted to see. He's not going out of his way to force much, but when the shot is there for him, he hasn't hesitated 1 second to pull the trigger. Just a great night from the floor for him.
Free throw drops for Kyle Lowry. He hits both from the stripe. Payton with the ball. To the wing right side. Mirotic has a wide open look. Sinks the three-pointer. Mirotic has got 12. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
And Leonard gets it to go.
How about Kawhi Leonard knocking down the 3 ball? Didn't have that shot when he got into the league. Love seeing how he's improved as a shooter with the outside jumper.
Now here is Holiday. 15 points in the game. Floats one up. Count it. And the foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Well, I tell you what, I like the clip he's shooting at. Extremely effective. If you're on defense now, you got to get the ball out of his hands.
One shot, gentlemen.
third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Lowry against Payton. Lobs it up for Lowry. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And it's Moore penetrating. Offensive rebound. And the rejection by Ibaka. And the wide open shot from Green. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got his 6th assist on the night.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Payton the bounce pass. Mirotic. And right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Mirotic has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Pelicans. Lowry against Payton. Lowry kicks to Leonard. Over Moore. No good. Shot missing. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Now the dish to Payton. Back to Moore. Out left to the wing. To the middle. And out of bounds it is. Last touch by Mirotic. Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second chance points in the league. Second, the Pelicans. In fourth, the Raptors.
Every night is a battle on the boards when these two get together. I mean, they're both relentless on the offensive glass and work to create those second chance scoring opportunities.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Randall's checked in. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Here's Siakam. Banked in off the glass. Siakam's got it all tied up now for the Raptors.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Payton kicks to Holiday. The tray. Siakam pulls it in. Toronto's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And the Kawhi Leonard drama finally came to an end last offseason with a trade that sent him from the San Antonio Spurs north to Toronto.
And you have to wonder, is this a high-priced one-year rental for Kawhi? Before the trade, Kawhi made it known that he wants to play in L.A. Toronto has a lot to offer, but hard to compete with the idea of what he and LeBron might be able to accomplish playing together.
Now here is Davis. 12 points for him. Clock at 6. Over Ibaka. And he overshot that one, missing. It's stolen by Davis. 2 points. That one goes. Randall's got 11 points.
That's a nice move by Randall. That's the area where he likes to work most.
And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. Ibaka outside. Back to Lowry. To the left side wing. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's foul number 2 for him. OG Anunoby's checked in for Danny Green. New Orleans also making some changes. Okafor's checked in for Davis. And it's Darius Miller in for Drew Holiday. Here's Leonard. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. This is to Moore. Back to Randall. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Boy, he hit his teammate in the perfect spot. Led him easily to the bucket. That's what you call a room service assist.
Lowry passes to Ibaka. Here's Leonard. Misses off the right iron.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pelicans.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
They've also jumped on any opportunity they've had to attack the basket tonight. I mean, excellent penetration.
That's good from Payton. And Elfrid Payton, over his 4 seasons, developing one of the most distinctive hairstyles in the league.
You know, and I remember seeing some footage where his hair seemed to block his vision.
That's how you attack. Wow.
Oh, man. my. And Leonard enjoys jamming it home, Kevin. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Lowry against Payton. He kicks to Moore. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Moore's got the lead up to 7 now for New Orleans.
That is a pretty finish. The defense did all they could there, but he just outwilled them.
Siakam passes to Ibaka. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. That one falls. And that's 23 points for Leonard.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And with Kawhi in this past summer, his health was such an unknown quantity during trade talks. Now that we know that Kawhi is a full go, it looks like a great deal for Toronto. Casts a bit of a shadow and doubt over Kawhi's last year in San Antonio, but it is what it is at this point.
And the Raptors with some changes. Jonas Valanciunas comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Wright in for Kawhi Leonard. And a change for the Pelicans. Clark's checked in. Here's Randall. Toronto grabs the miss. Siakam's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Feeds it to Wright. Pelicans with the rebound. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And how about the numbers here for Kyle Lowry? 3rd in assists, and he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league and three-point shooting.
And as you mentioned, top 3 in assists right now. He does a great job of running the offense, spotting the open guy, and making the sound delivery. The first free throw is good. New Orleans making some changes here. Sheck Diallo comes in for Darius Miller. And it's Drew Holiday in for Ian Clark. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Pelicans leading by 3. Payton drives in. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And he gets it back. And he's able to get it back. That one good for 2. Okafor's got his first bucket in this one.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Back to Lowry. Here's Valanciunas. Excellent D there from Okafor.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Payton against Lowry. Payton kicks to Holiday. Shot clock at 5. And the rejection by Valanciunas. 3 on 3. Three-pointer. Lowry drills it from outside. Lowry's got 14. Here's Payton. 5 points in the game. Randall left side. Baseline try. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
That's his sweet spot now. Randall, a very good mid-range shooter.
Lowry kicks to Wright from deep. But they'll get another chance. Valanciunas. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Valanciunas has got his first points of the night. New Orleans in the lead. Outside Holiday. Over Wright. They get it back. Here's Okafor. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Okafor's got 4 points this quarter. And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for Toronto. Over Payton. Lowry can't get it to go.
Seems like he's in a hurry. He's kind of rushing his shot, clearly out of rhythm right now. That's a big reason why they're losing.
Greg Monroe, he's checked in for the Raptors. Fred VanVleet comes in for OG Anunoby. New Orleans leading by 4. And Holiday kicks to Payton. Knocked loose. Now the Raptors moving it up. Here's Monroe. VanVleet passes to Valanciunas. Back to VanVleet. 6 on the shot clock. And Okafor with the block.
Boy, I love the defensive game of Okafor. He's got a wide reach, and that allows him to get to a lot of shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Raptors. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Raptors trail by 5 for 3. VanVleet can't get it to go. Randall kicks to Diallo. The feed to Payton. Okafor inside, guarded by Valanciunas. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line. And Jahlil Okafor, the 3rd overall pick back in 2015, has had his ups and downs to the start of his career. But, you know, Clark, he feels now he's on the right track.
Well, I think he recommitted himself to fitting in with the team and has been working harder than ever before. Sometimes disappointment can motivate you to greater levels of work and commitment. He was kind of a forgotten man in Philly. And now he realizes a second chance is with him, and he's trying to make the most of it.
On the free throw, no good.
Tell you, when it comes to low post scoring, Okafor is a legitimate beast inside. A player with a lot of upside.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
And here we go. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. We've got 1:55 left to play in the 3rd. Payton looking around. Outside Holiday. No good with the triple.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Here's VanVleet. 6 points for him. Here's Wright. And he drops it in from the low post. Now just a 3-point Pelican lead.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Payton finds Holiday. Hits the 3-point bomb. Holiday's got 18 points in the game.
Boy, I love the way Payton is always looking to swing the ball. I mean, he's constantly on the lookout for the ball reversal to help an open teammate get a shot.
Leonard against Randall. Pass to VanVleet. Just 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound over Randall. It's deflected.
Does not have a shot blocker's reach, but Randall makes up for it with excellent anticipation.
43 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. And here is Payton. He's got 5. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
You know, even when Payton takes tough shots against good defense, you feel comfortable with it because he's so good at making shots through contact.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Guys, he's slightly fallen off his pace from a year ago at the line, and those points from the stripe have been a little harder to come by.
The Raptors making a switch here. Green's checked in. Free throw off from Payton.
The reason Payton has a promising future in this league is because he's a stat sheet stuffer. He does it all.
Yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut down to just 4 points with the bucket from Van Vliet. And so Payton will bring it up for New Orleans. The pass to Davis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 14 points for him.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
And so it's New Orleans with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Van Vliet and Green are the guard set. Kawhi Leonard is out there at Greg Monroe. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Holiday, the pass to Davis. Back to Holiday. Diallo kicks to Davis. Over Valanciunas. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. 16 points for Davis.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot.
Over in the corner, Green. Here's Valanciunas. And the layup's good off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Knocked loose. Leonard with the steal. Fast break, Toronto. Jumps up. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
New Orleans in the lead. They get a hand on it. One-on-one fast break to tie it up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. They'll be playing the Timberwolves in Minnesota. Then on Friday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks.
And for that game against the Nuggets, you know they're going to be amped up for that one. And they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Raptors. Payton, he's checked in for New Orleans. He doesn't get the second one. And so here is New Orleans to the inside. That shot off. Some solid defense from Ibaka. Here's Green. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Green's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half. But since the break, he's been on target.
High post, Davis. And he can't stop the run as he misses. In Toronto, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Ibaka puts it up. And Green gets it to go. Now it's a 3-point Raptor lead.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Here's the Raptors with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. He feeds it to Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
And so far, this has got that feel of a game that could be back and forth all the way.
Yeah, not a lot of separation in this one, Greg. Both teams looking for that one big run to grab momentum.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
And he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Alvin Gentry said to his team. He is not happy with the turnovers. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
Ibaka finds Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Fruitful possession, just doing what they can to extend the lead.
Yeah, that's tremendous efficiency there. I mean, you like seeing them put together these types of plays.
Lets it go from the wing. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Davis.
And all quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the fourth.
Pass to Leonard. Over Moore. And again, it's Toronto converting.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Holiday surveying the floor. Loads it up for Davis. Shot clock at 6. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And the Raptors with some changes. Siakam is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas, and Kyle Lowry subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Lowry passes to Leonard. He gets that one. And it's a 9-point Toronto lead.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggression.
Holiday against Ibaka. Trying to get open is Davis. The shot by Holiday, no good. And it's the Raptors' ball. They're on a 19-4 run. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here's Payton. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here is New Orleans. Mirotic dishes to Payton. Inside, Leonard with the steal. Now here is Lowry. Outside, Green. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Green's got 9 points in the quarter. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Raptors.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Siakam passes to Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, and you know, the ball moves faster than anybody's can, so that great ball movement and decision-making, they're making all the right moves, Greg.
And the foul called on Danny Green. That's foul number 2 for him. Randall's checked in for Mirotic. Here is Davis. Holiday with the 3, buries it from 3-point range. Holiday's got 21.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Back to Lowry. Passes it to Ibaka. To the right side. Lowry finds Ibaka, and Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And so Moore nails both of them. Raptors leading by 9. Outside, Green. To the wing on the left. Lowry passes to Siakam. No good from the wing. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. It's stolen by Ibaka. A deep 3 from Leonard. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 36 points for Leonard.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And, Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
Davis kicks to Moore. Just 4 to shoot. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Moore's got 4 this quarter.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Leonard looking around. On the wing, Green. The 3-pointer, no good. Pelicans trail by 10. Moore dishes to Holiday. Kicks it to Davis. Pass to Moore. Shoots over Leonard. Another one falls for New Orleans. Toronto leading by 8. Now Lowry. Top of the key, Ibaka. Pulls up. Lowry can't get it to go.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And that's now 20 points for Davis. Toronto's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Back to Lowry. Feeds to Ibaka. It's stolen by Davis. Randall outside to the paint. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Payton.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Toronto calls timeout.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
You're exactly right. Halting the other team's run momentarily Let's see what he comes up with now, Greg.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Raptors leading by 4. Lowry with the ball. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Lowry's got 10 points in just the second half.
And that bucket should stop the bleeding.
Yeah, we'll see, though, Greg. I mean, it looks like that might be the case. They might need a few more like it, though, because that lead has been steadily dwindling.
And it's Davis missing. They've shared the load offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Randall finds Payton. Back to Randall. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Calm when it counts. Randall has that clutch DNA.
Here's Green. Outside Lowry. He dishes it to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Greg, both of these teams completely aligned in sync right now. I mean, they are torching the Nets late in this ball game.
Here's Davis, and it's blocked by Ibaka. And they'll keep possession. Second shot opportunity. Good work defensively by Ibaka. Raptors leading by 6. Outside Lowry. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. Out to Ibaka. He had stolen by Randall.
Not completely over, but it's getting close.
Yeah, this one is ready to be put on ice. Not a whole lot they can do from here.
Payton passes to Holiday. Davis with it. Guarded by Green. And the rejection by Ibaka. Count it! And now they trail by just 4. A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
Davis against Green. Another shot. Lowry for 3. They get it back. 23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. They shoot again, and he gets it to go.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
And that's what you want to do. I mean, you can't let the opposition off the hook here. I mean, you've got to keep adding to that lead.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They trail by 6. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
And they still got a little time to play with, so a 3 and a quick foul could make things interesting.
Yeah, but they need some help. They're going to need some help any way you look at it. I mean, they're hoping for some missed free throws at the other end.
Holiday attacking. He kicks it to Davis. Good!
And the soft jump shot there of Davis. You got to respect his perimeter game.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Well, I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin, with Danny Green. And Danny, you know how good a shooter you are, obviously, but you have really incorporated defense into your game. Now, how important is it for you to show up at that end?
Very important. I mean, it helped the team a lot. My job really is come in, bring defense, and a lot of energy.
Well, mission accomplished for you tonight, Danny. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.